Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Mysterious. Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes Douban score is out. The number of people who scored is inversely proportional to the box office. Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes Douban score is controversial, accused of malicious suppression and low score, and the credibility of Douban score is questioned. Xiao Zhan is loved for his strength, malicious slander cannot erase his excellence, and justice will eventually defeat darkness. The world is so wonderful. The Legend of the Condor Heroes starring Xiao Zhan has opened Douban score, with 330,000 people scoring, and the number of people who scored ranks second in the Spring Festival. In theory, if there is a second number of scorers, there will be a second number of viewers, and there should be a second box office, but the reality is the opposite. The Legend of the Condor Heroes has a scheduling rate of about 5% at the bottom. Low scheduling, low box office, and low number of scorers are normal. Therefore, either the number of scorers is black-watered, or the box office is reduced, which is always one of them, which is very mysterious. After asking around, it turns out that Douban can score without watching the movie. Some netizens found that many people who had not seen the film, whose IP was overseas, and who gave it 1 star for team building, and some even revealed that they had paid a price to buy bad reviews, gave The Legend of the Condor Heroes a 1-star rating. It has to be said that the rating of a martial arts film has become a place for some people to vent their malice. Some people who did not have their films released also joined in for various selfish reasons, and some interest groups even spent huge sums of money to suppress it, which is really outrageous. To be honest, if the rating is given arbitrarily and randomly, the rating will have no credibility. Reputation has always been built on strict rules. Only with a fair, just and open system can we win the trust of the public. Like Douban rating, anyone can rate it, whether they have seen it or not, which allows malice to spread and fairness to be lacking, and this rating has no meaning. I want to say lightly, Xiao Zhan has the top resources with his strength and has won the love and support of countless people. And this excellence has also attracted the most poisonous jealousy. Digital Storm once wanted to kill him with black operations, and now they want to make a comeback, suppressing him by scheduling films, giving malicious ratings, and posting bad reviews everywhere to confuse the public. However, Xiao Zhan has been clean and honest all the way, and he can't be wiped out by slander out of thin air, so just forget it. Digital Storm has made Xiao Zhan a leader, which is a clear proof. The more black he is, the more powerful he is, which is the loud answer of justice to darkness after much anticipation. The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero starring Xiao Zhan and Zhang Dafei finally opened on Douban, but the score of 5.5 points is really surprising and puzzling. As a big-budget film during the Spring Festival, whether it is the cast, production level, or the market popularity of the film, it should have a more objective evaluation, but the current score is obviously inconsistent with the actual performance of the film. It is worth noting that the number of people who have rated has reached 350,000, far exceeding Tang Detective 1990 in the same period, and second only to Nezha, The Devil Boy Conquers the Dragon King. However, the box office of the film has only exceeded 500 million. What does this mean? It is very likely that a considerable number of raters did not actually go to the theater to watch the movie, and the authenticity and reference value of the rating data are questionable. Such a high participation in the rating forms a clear contrast with the relatively low box office. This phenomenon is hard not to remind people of the existence of malicious bad reviews. In fact, judging from the feedback from real audiences, the film has many highlights in the plot rhythm, martial arts design, and Xiao Zhan's portrayal of the role of Guojing. Xiao Zhan interprets the role with his heart, showing Guojing's integrity and tenacity to the fullest, and Zhang Dafei's performance is also remarkable. Even if there are some shortcomings, it would not get such a low score. The rating should be based on the work itself, not influenced by online emotions or malicious attacks. For audiences who really like this movie, instead of being influenced by one-sided ratings, it is better to go to the theater in person and evaluate it with actual feelings. Movies are an emotional art, and everyone's experience is unique. I hope everyone will remain rational, respect the efforts of the creators, and support the works they really like. After all, time will give the most fair answer. It is reported that The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero starring Xiao Zhan and Zhang Dafei scored only 5.5 points on Douban, which is indeed shocking. What is even more puzzling is that the number of people participating in the rating has exceeded 350,000, while the box office of the film has just exceeded 500 million. Compared with the box office champion Nezha, The Devil Boy Conquers the Dragon King in the same period, its box office is as high as 4 billion, but the number of people who rated it is only more than 500,000. This data difference can't help but make people feel weird, and there seems to be an unusual phenomenon behind it. Under normal circumstances, the number of people who score and the number of viewers should maintain a certain proportional relationship. However, the number of people who score The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero, is obviously not proportional to the box office, and the participation in the score is abnormally high, which is obviously inconsistent with the logic of general movie-watching behavior. This can't help but make people wonder whether there is a large-scale malicious bad review behavior, trying to influence the reputation and market performance of the film by brushing low scores. In fact, judging from the feedback from real audiences, the film has a certain level in visual effects, action design, plot rhythm and actor performance. Xiao Zhan's interpretation of the role of Guojing is full of sincerity and power, and Zhuang Dafui's performance is also remarkable. Even if there are some shortcomings in the film, the score will not be so low. The score should objectively reflect the true feelings of the audience, and should not be reduced to a tool for malicious smearing. Faced with this phenomenon, the audience should remain rational and not be misled by one-sided data. A truly good movie can stand the test of time in the market, and word of mouth will eventually return to the work itself. Supporting your favorite movies and evaluating them with real viewing experience is the best encouragement for filmmakers. I hope everyone can put aside their prejudices, respect every creative effort, and give The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero, a fair chance. Judging from the fans' response, everyone is both angry and incredible about the Douban score and the number of participants in The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero. According to common sense, 350,000 people who rated should correspond to at least 2 billion box office, but the reality is that the box office has just exceeded 500 million. The huge contrast of this data is really puzzling. Obviously, there are problems that cannot be ignored behind this unreasonable phenomenon. The truth seems to be very clear: many people who participated in the rating are not real viewers of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero, but maliciously brush bad reviews for some purpose. This behavior is not only extremely unfair to the movie itself, but also a disrespect to the actors, crew and all the staff who have worked hard for the film. The rating of the film should be based on the real viewing experience, rather than being influenced by online emotions or meaningless prejudices. Xiao Zhan's performance in the film is remarkable. Whether it is the profound interpretation of the role of Guojing or the martial arts movements and emotional expression, it shows his growth and breakthrough as an actor. The film's production team has also made great efforts to present high-quality works in terms of visual effects, storylines, etc. Even if there are shortcomings, they should be evaluated with a rational and objective attitude, rather than generalizing and maliciously devaluing. Online ratings should be a platform for audiences to exchange their viewing feelings, rather than a tool to vent negative emotions. I hope everyone can remain rational, respect the labor results of the creators, and not be swayed by unwarranted malice. Supporting your favorite works and speaking for truly good movies with practical actions is the best affirmation and encouragement for filmmakers. Therefore, I personally think that the 5.5-point score of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero starring Xiao Zhan on Douban, does not have much reference value. After all, the score cannot fully represent the true quality of the film, especially when there are a large number of malicious negative reviews. This kind of rating is more like a result influenced by emotions, and cannot objectively reflect the pros and cons of the film itself. As everyone has said, watching a movie is a very subjective experience, and everyone's preferences and feelings are different. Instead of being influenced by negative voices on the internet, it is better to maintain independent thinking and go to the cinema in person to feel the charm of the film. For friends who really like Xiao Zhan or are interested in the film, you can watch it with confidence. Whether it is from the visual effects, plot arrangement, or the performance of the actors, there are places worth savoring. Xiao Zhan's portrayal of Guojing in the film is sincere and powerful, showing his growth and breakthrough as an actor. I believe that he will not disappoint the audience who truly supports him. As for those malicious bad reviews, perhaps this is unavoidable. In the internet age, There will always be some people who choose to use negative comments to discredit a work or an actor out of prejudice or other purposes. However, truly good works can stand the test of time on the audience. The value and significance of a film does not lie in the momentary rating, but in whether it can touch people's hearts and convey positive power. Again, take what you need. Friends who like it can go and see it and judge with their own eyes. Don't be disturbed by external noise, and supporting your favorite works is the most important thing.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.